Hello everyone and welcome to our channel Biodiversity and Conservation by Ambika Prasad Research Foundation. So today we will talk on this topic allelopathy plants. So we will discuss some about its important and how it is mean work. So it is the part 1. In part 2 I will demonstrate one by one plant like which plant is allelopathy plants. So, first slide is allelopathy. So, as we all know that allelopathy is a biological phenomenon by which an organism produces one or more biochemicals. That biochemicals is known as the allelochemicals and it influences the growth of other plant species and it influences their germination, growth, survival and reproduction. As you can see in this picture, the this middle plant uh, it release of water soluble as in phenolic compound. Phenolic compound is the allelochemicals that is released by this plant in the nearby plant. As you can see in this, it is spread into this nearby plant. So from this, it is a survival of this particular species. So it, as you can see in this picture, it by releasing these specific allelochemicals, it has a result in the reduction of the growth of the neighboring plant. So this is the term of the allelopathy. So as we all know that allelopathy uh, is affecting the growth and development of neighboring plant. So as you can see, and sometimes the enabling the growth of crops with minimal phytotoxic residues in both water and soil. So allelopathy is nothing but a secondary compounds of the plant. Uh, it is released by the plant and its main function is a defense mechanism type. So it also helps the particular plant to grow and thrive in the environment. So uh, allelochemicals are such as many allelochemicals or you can say many secondary compounds are there which inhibit some certain targets specific plant. It not always strike on every plant, it always strike on some specific plant species and it is a subdomain of chemical ecology. So this allelochemicals is mainly released by some plants. It is and to destroy the particular plant in their vicinity. These chemicals alter the genetic structure of the neighboring plant to seize their growth, which is ultimately fatal to them. So, this phenomenon is common in plants and it is observed in plant-plant interaction or plant-microbe interaction and plant-animal interaction. So, these allelochemicals are present in these specific organisms. So as I have told in my earlier slide, there are different type of allelochemicals compounds are there such as phenolic compound, curamines, terpenoids, flavonoids, alkaloids, scapulatins, etc. So these are some allelochemicals compounds, but you can say that this particular compounds is not present in some uh, plant parts. It is mainly will be available in anywhere of the plant parts. As you can say, these particular chemicals will be also in flowers, stem, leaves or roots. So it not only depend on the plant but depend on the ecology and the environment they are setting it over there. So as you can see that sometimes the leaves are the most favorable places to store the allelochemicals by the allelopathic plants. So sometimes when you will see that when the leaves fall, These allelochemicals are also released to nearby places which are toxic to other plants. So in many cases, um, the trees are the as you can say the mostly it has a allelochemicals compound. So allelopathy or the allelopathy plants, so it is one type of survival game. The allelopathic plants release harmful chemicals to kill their competitor plants. In doing that, to win the race and to get more space and sunlight as well. So one example I can give that the sunflower is also an allelopathic plant because after harvesting its crops, farmers needs to wait for more than 2 weeks or you can say 3 weeks before going for the second crop in the same field in order to save the second crop from the allelopathic effect of the earlier crop. So as you can see that this is the how the allelopathic plant works. So as you can see in this picture, so donor plant it releases their allelochemicals and it affects their neighboring plant. Then after that, the neighboring plant they will leads to death or no growth. So as you can see, these are the certain factors such as volatilization from the leaves, then pollination, then you can say the microbial transformation from the decaying leaves, stem and leaf litter and roots. And you can say the root exudation, then you can see this leaching from the above grounds parts by the precipitation. So these are the certain factors where the allelochemicals are uh, released from them. So these are some allelopathic plants such as Imperata cylindrica. It is one type of poaceae. So in many rice field areas, you will see this type of uh, plant where it inhibits the growth of another plant. And you can say some of the examples like Azatica indica, Ficus bengalensis, Melia azatica, Mangifera indica, Syzygium cumini, Helianthus anus, Sorghum bicolor, Oryza sativa, then Eucalyptus. As you can see in Odisha or in India, many parts where Eucalyptus or Acacia auriculaformis is grown, in that particular area you will see not a single plant growing in that particular region because the leaf has the the leaves has the allelochemicals compounds that is released after the leaf litter fall on the ground and it release their allelochemicals compound which is harmful for the neighboring plant, so it inhibits the growth of other plants. So as you can see, these are the certain examples, and I have taken this from ResearchGate of some paper. I have taken this. So these are the allelopathic compounds that are seen in around us. So, since allelopathy has some good or importance characters, so for that it is also has a ecological importance, such as they have to counterbalance abiotic and biotic stressor. Uh, Allelopathy it promotes species such as coexistence via transitive competition, modification, or direct interaction and co-evolution. So these are the importance of ecological aspects. So advantage of allelopathy. So there are many advantages and sometimes it has a cons. Mean it has a two type coin. Mean it has a pros and cons. So pros as you can see, these are some of it the pros as an advantage. So pros such as allelopathic plants can be used to obtain natural herbicides, pesticides. And because it is a weed itself, it does not allow the growth of other weed. Then proper use of allelopathy can result in the reduced use of pesticide and herbicide, and it can also be used for intercropping and crop rotation. So these are some pros of allelopathy. Now comes down to the cons of allelopathy, like what has the disadvantage of this allelopathy. So it is itself a weed, and hence it is a unwanted species sometimes. The growth of allelopathy plants is difficult to control because once the weed is spread in that area, it will be very difficult to remove that particular species. So, allelopathy plants prevent the growth of healthy organisms around them. Then, in the race of survival, it competes for resources. Then, if not handled properly, they may turn out into an invasive species. So, these are some disadvantages of allelopathy. So, as you can see, allelopathy is not a new term to us. It is one of the ancient times. It has been utilized in agriculture, and it is a well-known natural processes in ecological system. So there are many research on allelopathy in agriculture areas, such as application of the known of allelopathic effect on agriculture production, then its impacts on decreasing the chemical pesticides intake, then contribution of allelopathy to reduce the environmental pollution, then assessing the advantages and disadvantages of allelopathy on the suitable development of agriculture production and ecological systems, the effective use of the plant allelopathy to increase crop productivity and ecological sustainability through eco-friendly weed suppression, insect pests and plant diseases, conservation of nitrogen in cropland, and the production of novel agrochemicals. So these are certain terms, or you can say that draws the significant interest from the scientists that work on allelopathy. So these are some of the research you can do on allelopathy, because it is one of the interesting topic to use the as in organic way, or you can see the pesticides, natural pesticide or natural bioherbicides. So many researchers should work on this topic. So thank you for watching, and hope you will like this video and keep subscribing to our channel. And this is the first part. In second part, I will demonstrate about what are the allelopathic plants and their allelochemicals, and which part they stored the allelochemicals compound. Thank you.